Hey everyone, we're going into the second match of a Shadows over Innistrad draft, and we won the first one. So we're looking to do some more winning. Let's see if we can. Well, this hand certainly won't help us a whole lot. If it had double red, it might actually be worth keeping, because turn 2 Scourge Wolf isn't the easiest thing to deal with. But we don't have that, so I think we mulligan. Ooh, that one's not much better. It's a little better. We have more red in our deck than white, but we are struggling to get it here. I think I'm going to keep this one. We get to scry. If it's anything but a mountain or a plains, we put it on the bottom, basically. So, awesome. That worked out really well for us. So we have 1 drop, a couple 3 drops, and a 4 drop. Have we had a game yet where we didn't get to play turn 1 Neonate? I don't know. I don't think so. He's been doing work, too. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't have won that last game because he got us to that fiery conclusion when we really needed it. Well, we can even cast that if we leave mana up, which we will be this turn because we don't have anything else to do. Since its madness cost is only double red and is single red and not double red. So we'll get in for 1 and end our turn. Oh god, I forgot to play a land. That was terrible. I'm really good at Magic, you guys. So we'll see how badly that impacts us. My guess is greatly. Missing a land drop is huge. I mean, now we're going to be on turn, especially since our opponent's fine. Although, since he's got a slow start going, this time I'm going to play it with my first main phase. If we'd been able to play a Convicted Killer right there, we would have been able to swing for 5, man. That would have been great. That was bad. I was too caught up on the fact that I could cast Fiery Temper with my 1 mountain. Red-green, so werewolves probably. What he does will determine whether we play a killer or a Cathar. If we want to have a creature who can like attack and block well, we probably play the Cathar. Just because, like, if he plays like a 3 toughness creature here, being able to play the Cathar as a blocker is great. Like that, for example. We can also use Fiery Temper if we have to, but we actually can't exactly use it. So I'm going to swing for 1 here. I will remember to play my land this time, I promise. So being able to just play Cathar to trade with that is pretty good, I think. Now, if we'd actually hit our land drops and done what we should have done, we'd have a 4/4. Yeah, I mean, I still would have played that. That would have been the same. But it would have been done on turn 4. So, geez. It happens. Luckily, I mean, our opponent got a slow enough start that it's not going to negatively impact us as much as it could. I mean, our opponent's still a land. It's like our opponent played first, except he also got an extra card, you know, so not ideal. But we definitely block if he swings with the blob. If he's got a trick or something, then I'm okay with trading for it since we can get our Cathar back. And we can probably Fiery Temper. Like, if he puts Spiteful Motives here, we're generally okay with that, I think, because of Fiery Temper. So that is what it is. So, I mean, it would be nice if we could just Fiery Temper it now and keep our guy in play, but we can't, so we won't. It's probably going to be better to sacrifice our Neonate than it is going to be to do anything else. So, yeah, I'm going to play my Cathar here. I'm going to swing for 1, and I'm just going to kill this now just in case he has a pump spell of some kind. But yeah, it would have been great if we had 1 red mana up, which, again, we might have if we'd actually played properly. Although I guess we still only had 1 mountain at that stage, so So we're going to cast our Fiery Temper, blow this guy up, and we get to draw a card. So we will. We also have our Cathar in the graveyard who can give us a spirit token, so. Alright. Well. That guy is pretty big, but I'm not overly concerned about him. I mean, obviously we don't swing. I mean, I just take 4 if he swings here. It just evens up the race at this point because our Neonate did so much work. Ooh, he's getting his big guys, and we can't find ours. Which is a little sad. Okay. I mean, we definitely attack with our spirit. I'm not sure we do more than that, though, because being able to block with this would be pretty nice. Like, I can take one of them down, at least. Okay. It's big monsters. I wish I had that Humble the Brute against this guy. I mean, we definitely try to kill the Arsonists by double blocking, I think, with these two, probably. Although, if this transforms, obviously, it gets to be a lot better. My opponent may just pass his turn to transform his guy. Well, maybe not. Okay, so... yeah, let's just double block here. Hope he doesn't have a trick. If he has a trick or removal or whatever, we get blown out, and it's hard to recover from that. But we don't really want to take 9 there either. It was probably worth triple blocking. Wouldn't have been a bad idea. Would not have been a bad idea. Okay. Well, that is not exactly what we need to combat the monsters we're seeing here. Our opponent just, I mean, it helps that we missed a land drop when we did. But our opponent, like, these monsters are very hard for our deck to deal with, that he just keeps playing these huge dudes. We haven't seen a lot of removal, so I may bring in my auras that can make my guys bigger. That might be worth it. So I'm going to get in for 1 in the air here. At least he doesn't have trample yet. I'm probably going to block the Dire Swine and sacrifice my Neonate to draw a card. So we don't get run over here. I mean, we're you know, if he had trample, it wouldn't be worth it, but he doesn't now, and the Neonate right now is, you know, it just allows us to rummage. We don't really want the mountain in our hand. That's why I have it there. What else could be side in against this deck? Like Hulk, the 5/2 Hulk guy might be good. What's it called? The Devil Hulk, whatever it's called. Hulking Devil, that's it. It would be good because it can actually trade with Thornhide Wolves. It can trade with Gatstaff Arsonists. And our opponent doesn't seem to play very many low-curve creatures. Oh, he just got to Delirium. Great. So now I probably block the Thornhide Wolves and sacrifice my Neonate and just take 6. He could have a spell to give him double strike, but we're dead even if we block, if that's the case. So I mean, I guess if I double blocked him, I wouldn't have been dead, but yeah, that sucks. That is enough to kill us if we sacrifice him, so now we can't sacrifice him. We go down to 1. Not what we're looking for here. Nope. Alright, on to the next one. I think we probably do want Hulking Devil. It can trade for a lot of his guys. We may actually even want a Senseless Rage so our guys can get bigger. He didn't seem to have much removal, so... I mean, we have our own big guys, but this is like as big as it gets, so... That's not so good against this opponent. More power. The more power, probably the better. So we may want to bring in Cathar's Companion and take out Convicted Killer. Being able to make him indestructible is relevant. Like, Wicker Witch is even worth thinking about. I mean, there's a chance our opponent has some lower curve creatures and we just didn't see them. In fact, it's likely, but... we probably don't want Senseless Rage, though, either way. Incorrigible Use does get a little bit worse against this guy, but I think we still leave it in. The card, I'm thinking about cutting Ember Wolf, although it's nice that it can also trade, even though I have to pump a crap ton of mana in it. Yeah, I'll take out Expose Evil, and we'll roll with this. More Blood Mad Vampires would be welcome right now. So would Howlpack Wolves if they were always 3 mana 3/3s, but they're not. So see if we can not get run over by huge monsters this time. Maybe we'll just win really quickly like we have some of our other games before our opponent can drop his 6-drop. Well, it's kind of a slow one, but I think we keep it. We do have turn 2 Scourge Wolf, and Hulking Devil plus Spiteful Motives is a pretty sweet deal. Well, luckily for us, we can actually play our Scourge Wolf, so... It's not going to transform. Sometimes these 1-drops that transform, or 2-drops that transform, just like always transform. So now it's transformed. So do we just want to drop a Bound by Moonsilver on this guy and get in there and think about using it on other stuff later? Yeah, I think we just swing and start trading damage. He's not going to block, so, and I can't block him now. So I think we just hold on to Bound by Moonsilver for now. And I mean, the nice thing is you can move it around, but you only have so many permanents over the course of a game, and I don't want to have to put it onto a 2/2 and then have to move it around later, even if it is a 2/2 with Menace. So we probably play our Devil next, see if he can deal with that. And then if he can't, we have Spiteful Motives, and then he becomes an 8/2 with First Strike. Not an easy thing to deal with. Although, funnily enough, my Scourge Wolf could block and kill that. Okay, Blood Mad Vampire. Luckily, we can block that pretty effectively. So I think we just play Hulking Devil and don't swing. So we can play our Youths. I don't know that we want to. If he has removal for our Scourge Wolf here, we're going to be kind of sad, but I probably still just take this. We didn't see any removal in game 1, so that's part of the reason, like, a card like Hulking Devil, I was like, well, you know, if my opponent doesn't have a way to kill you, then He doesn't. And red and green don't have a whole lot of ways of efficiently taking down a 5/2. I mean, you got like reduced to ashes and stuff like that, but not a whole lot more common or uncommon. I mean, there's tricks, but the good news is if Scourgewolf blocks Blood Mad Vampire and he uses Rush of Adrenaline, the Scourgewolf still kills it before anything happens. So my opponent would need 2 tricks. And then after he expends 2 tricks on his guy, we can just slap Bound by Moonsilver on it. So ideally, he would just not attack here. But if he does, it's not the end of the world, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, Senseless Rage. That's fun. Well, we just take 4. I think I am just going to put Bound by Moonsilver on this guy now. And in my turn, I could be aggressive, but that guy's going to like eat me alive, so I could play a creature there, but none of them are great plays against it. And this is sort of a 2-for-1, so. And like I mentioned, we can move it around if we have to. I mean, I'd still block Blood Mad Vampire with my Scourgewolf if it attacks. I might play my Arsonist next turn. Depends what my opponent does. Oh, no. Well, I'll be right back. I mean, for you guys, it'll be instantaneous, but you get it. All right. We didn't lose too much time there. Okay, so it's his attack step. Does he attack with his Blood Mad Vampire? He does. Okay, so we're going to block it with our Scourgewolf. If he has a trick, he has a trick, you know, so. Okay, well, that at least doesn't let it bulk up. I mean, it will kill, they'll kill each other, actually. Oh, until you do that. Now it will get bigger. Okay, that's great. Okay. I wish I had my own trick, but I don't. Wait, what just happened? Oh, double strike. Oh! Yeah, we got destroyed that match very quickly. Should have left man up for Spiteful Motives, I guess. That would have been good there. But yeah. Our opponent's red-green deck managed to out-aggro us. So we'll go on to the third match and hope we can win that one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.